I mean, donation of sperm is nothing. What is important is who takes care of this baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Today I'm here with Jennifer Mwangi, and we're talking about dating 101. And today we're specific to dating when you already have a child. Sometimes mtu akidate kama uko na mtoto, it can be so hard, and I get a lot of emails, a lot of DMs, watu wakiniambia your story. Because sometimes even men can reject you when they know you have a child. So unapata mtu anaficha mtoto, ama you are not even sure the right time to introduce this child. Juu unapata ukintroduce too soon, alafu mnakosana, utajipata umintroduce mtoto kwa watu wengi, machali wengi. So, and I know you got married when you already had a child.
Yes, yes.
You're also a counselling psychologist.
Yes, yes.
And Jennifer alinisaidia sana when I was single. I remember I met you in 2019. Nikakwambia by the way dating imekuwa hard. Ukaniambia it's because I don't know I'm beautiful. Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
Yeah, karibu sana.
That's the reality of maneno. You're very beautiful.
Asante.
And whoever is getting married to you is getting married to a beautiful, eloquent girl. So.
Asante. You're making me feel so good.
But that's the truth.
Yes.
So, my name is Jennifer, once again a counseling psychologist, and I thank God for this work because it has really helped me. One thing, counseling really helped me as a person, even to get in touch with myself and to accept myself and to know that life is all about me. And what I tell myself is more important than what people say about myself.
What you tell yourself.
What you tell yourself is more important than what people say about you.
Yes.
And you're only who you want to be. So if you want to get married, you definitely get married. If you don't want, you simply won't get married. It's so simple. It's all about you.
Yes.
So when I learned that, I decided then I want to get married. And I told God to give me a man. And really he did.
Yes.
He did it. Now the problem was, this is a man and my daughter is going to Form 1.
Oh, your daughter was like how many years?
She was a teenager.
A teenager, yes.
Yeah, she was going to Form 1. And now I didn't want, you know, being a girl, she's a girl. I was telling myself, I would not want to introduce her to different men. Because at first I had told myself I don't want to get married. I also had come out of hurting relationships, you know. So I didn't want to introduce her to just any other man. So I was there wondering now how to go about it. So I told myself, I want to be very sure that this man who has asked me is going to get married to me. And so when I was so sure that it was happening, we waited for the child to go to Form 1 to report. So she reported, and then after she reported, I came and we started moving now a bit faster. And then at one point now, this man told me, you know what, Jennifer, I don't want to waste time. Because he was also coming from a hurting relationship and he had also lost his wife, his marriage. So I told him, it's fine. We can get married, but let's wait for the child to come from school.
The daughter did not know.
Yeah, she didn't know.
She
didn't know. I had not told her. I wanted to tell her when I was so sure that now it is for real. When she came from school, I talked to him and I told him, now I want you to meet this girl. And before he came, I talked to my daughter and I told her, you know what? I want to meet the man who is going to be your father. My daughter, we are friends. Even today, as we are good friends with her.
Yes.
She told me, Mom, ulianza dating lini? Sijawahi kuona na mwanaume.
Ajai imagine hata ukienda date.
Nikamwambia, I thought I would be so lonely and bored, and God gave me a man. I wanted to meet him. And she was like, yeah, let me meet this man.
Yeah.
So this man came home and my daughter looked at him, and she came and told me in the kitchen, hey, Mom, he's very handsome, but I know he's not my dad. So
she said that. Yeah.
So, Mom, may I not be calling him Dad. I said, what will you be calling him? she said, I'll just be going to him and I just tell him what I want.
Without saying the name?
Yeah.
Yes.
I said, okay, you can have it your way. So what I did, I talked to this man who was my boyfriend. I told him, now you have a task. The task is you prove yourself to be a father to this girl. So that you hear her calling you dad. So if she doesn't call you dad, just know it is me and you who are friends.
Okay.
Okay? So he took it easy. He was a teacher. Though he's retired now. He was a teacher and also a counselor. He done diploma in counselling. So he said, I'll see what I'll do. That's what he told me. So immediately, even that evening, she came and she was like, Mom, me, I want to go for gig. Gig is, it was a meeting for, it was like a kesha for young people. And it was somewhere in Destiny. So I said, there was some money to be paid. So she was telling me when this man was hearing. So he went to the pocket and gave her the money.
Yes.
So she was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, like he's starting to provide.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah. So the guy, that was it. It was a good beginning. Then later on, this man told me, you see what, Jennifer, now I want to be a father to this girl. So you must give me a chance. I said, I have no problem. I was working then. I was employed. So there were these visiting days in school. Sometimes he would tell me, Mimi, sitaki uende shule. Ni mimi ninaenda. Surely.
Like to win her over. Yes.
Utaenda peke yako. And he's like, yeah. Na mimi usinipikie. Mimi nitapita town ninunue kuku na chips na soda. Mimi na mtoto wangu tutaenda kukula. You know? That is how he created a relationship. Yes. So in a very short time, I had her call him dad. Oh,
okay. So what are the do's and don'ts when you have a child and you want to date again?
Yeah, when you want to date again, the first thing you don't bring this to the domain of the child if you're not sure. Because this could be one of the men that is coming into your life. You try for a while and then you see, you're not moving anywhere, because there's so many things to consider when you have a child.
Yes.
First of all, if you have a child and this is your boyfriend and he never asks you and he knows you have a child and he never asks you about your child, that man is not interested with your child.
Yes.
So if somebody is not interested with your child, Mudhoni, I don't see what that person you're doing with. Yeah. Ni mnafanya nini na mtu kama huyu? Huyo si mtu ambaye anakutakia.
Yes.
Huyo ni mtu tu labda anataka a ride.
Ni joker.
Ni joker. Unaona? But if you get into a relationship with a man, mwanaume ndio wa kwanza utaambia you are a mother. Hata kama it's a mother of 3. Umwambie me I'm a mother. I have 3 children and this is my story. So
okay, immediately mkienda date ya kwanza.
Mkienda date ya kwanza, so it depend na what you will talk. But mkiendelea utamwambia, me I am a mother. These are my children. Umwambie. Siku hizi tuko na simu ni rahisi. Tunaweza kumwonyesha these are my children on the phone. And I don't know whether you are able to carry my burden. So if he is a gentleman and he's willing, hakuna shida. My father-in-law told me that African men, because we are in Africa, let's talk about them now. African men, they really don't care about the children they have given birth to. They are interested with the man who will respect, with the woman who will respect them. That is why a father who has children, like 4 children with his wife, anaacha bibi yake na wanaachana kabisa na anaoa mwingine na watoto 6 ambao sio wake. Na wanaendelea vizuri sana na maisha, unamshangaa. Mpaka watu wanasema huyu mzee amerogwa. Hakuna kurogwa. Hakuna kurogwa, amerogwa. Ni kwa sababu huyu bibi ya kwanza maybe they had problems. Hakumpea heshima.
Yes.
Na kwa sababu hakumheshimu, yeye hakuona umuhimu wa kuishi na mwanamke kama huyu. So afadhali awe mtu ambaye ako na watoto wa nje lakini anamheshimu. Men love to be respected and to be honored.
Yes. Okay.
That's what my father-in-law told me, and I found it to be true.
All right.
You see? So, this man who you are dating, let him know you have children. Do not hide the children. And when he wants to go to your home, is when you're telling him you have a child or you have children. Tell him early. Kama hataki aende. Kama anataka akuoe.
Unajua watu wanakopanga rejection. Sasa labda mtoto ako huko ushago na maadhi. So maybe sasa msichana anaona sasa nianze kujiharibia na mtoto hata haisiishi na yeye hapa Nairobi. Hakuna
kujiharibia sababu hata kama ako na maadhi huyo mtoto ni wako. Na huyo mtoto ako na identity yako. And it is very annoying when a man goes home anaambiwa na hapa kuna kamzigo kako. Unajua kama mtoto ni kamzigo kama mwenyewe.
Na huko umemwambia.
Atashangaa mzigo.
Yes, yeah.
Why didn't she tell me? You know? Let this man know you have a child. Yeah. So that if he is reacting negatively, you know kitambo tu.
Okay. Sawa. So umepata kijana mzuri, umemwambia uko na mtoto, accept responsibility. So unafaa kwenda pia uambie mtoto before you introduce them formally, unafaa kuambia mtoto kuna mtu.
Unaambia mtoto. Unamwambia you know what baba or mama or whatever you call your baby. You know what baby, I have a friend. Nataka upate baba. Na sasa baba nimempata. Na nitakuonyesha. Kwanza uone reaction. There are some children who are so selfish. Especially boys. Atakwambia I don't want a man. No, don't. Mwambia this is my friend. And I have decided that I am getting married. Okay. So utamuintroduce after amekuengage. Huyu mtu amesha kuengage ama hata ukishaona mmekuwa serious ndio utamuintroduce mkiwa serious. Akisha sema atakuoa. No. Ukiona you know the way you read the lines. Ukiona amejicommit kwako, that is when you will introduce him to the children. Na usimulete kwa nyumba kama watoto hawaja, kama hauja kuwa so sure. Because what that tells the children is that you bring different men in the house. Yeah. So lazima it gives them a very negative attitude about you. Yes. In case that relationship fails. So not everything is told to children. Yes. You know, at the wrong time. So you have to look at, you are going to gauge and see the correct time. Yes. And tell this child now, I'm getting married. I have a boyfriend, like the way I told my daughter. I have a boyfriend. And I wanted to meet this man. And now you have agreed with the man. He's going to come and meet the children. In a very simple background. Akikuja tu akimmeet ni hivyo. Because like now when I told my daughter that, and she said she will not call him daddy. After in form to second term, I had her call him daddy, and I had her tell him she wants to change her names. Oh, to get his surname. Actually, she got the surname before me. Wow. So the man worked hard. Your husband worked hard, very hard to make sure mtoto amekuwa comfortable. Okay, in cases where you introduce your child na mtoto anakuwa rebellious. And kama kuna, for example, kama mlipata mtoto na mtu na mnafanya co-parenting, lakini hamuko pamoja as lovers. Alafu ufike point upate mtu na anataka kukuoa, but mtoto ako na connection sana na babake, and they can become rebellious to the person you've met. Hiyo situation nayo, how can you handle it? Let me tell you. There's something that I tell women, or I tell parents, generally. I tell them, mtoto hawezi kukushinda kwa ujinga, na kushinde kwa uwerevu. Lazima umkonke na moja. Either you be brighter than the child, ama you use foolishness to get him. You know? So, your own child cannot rule your life. It's all about you. The way you will go to that past child with a lot of confidence. Na ukimonyesha kabisa, this man is better than this other man. Because this one takes care of your mother, and he will take care of you. Unlike this other one, who only takes care of you, but does not doesn't want to take care of your mother. You see? So you will have a way forward. And in case you are completely, you don't know how to go about it, engage a professional counselor to help you.
Like you.
Wewe mwenyewe uende uonane na mshauri, akushauri. Because especially if you have 2 to 3 children, it is very tricky. You know? Because if you call a meeting and tell your 3 children, hutaolewa. Na kuambia hutaolewa. That's a government.
That's a government.
That's a government.
Yes.
Think about you and your sisters and your siblings. How you work together if you want to get something from your parent, and you'll see you are a full government. Sindio? So these children, what you do, you tell them one by one. Haka kakikubali, unaenda kwa haka. And don't underrate them or underestimate them and sema ati huyu ni wa grade 3, huyu ni wa grade 5, huyu ni watoto. Ati waita mkutano. You will have it very rough. Yeah. But the moment you talk with one, I may agree. You go to the next one, I may agree. You go to the third one, I may agree. Then now you call them together and tell them, now I want us to go and have lunch with my boyfriend. And then you will see him and yeah. And don't tell them, don't insist to them to call him dad. Yes.
Sasa huyu ni babako.
Usianze kuambia ati huyu ni baba yako. Yeah. Come to them as in, this is my boyfriend. This is my friend. Yes. So it is about him also to work out his relationship with the children.
Lazima ameke effort.
Kazi, amanunulie, awafanyie, awaonyeshe mapenzi. Watoto watampenda sana na hakuna mtoto wa kuzaa na kuolewa na yeye, they are the same.
I think the biggest struggle is when you start dating someone and then it gets to a point where you think it's serious, you introduce your child, and then it falls apart. Alafu sasa thinking unaenda kwa drawing board tena and you have to introduce this person, sasa inakuwa tricky. Because you don't want your child to see you have multiple partners.
Yes. You have to be very careful. Don't be in a hurry to introduce children to a man. Do not be in a hurry. Even if he becomes insistent, then let them look at him as an uncle or just a friend. But don't agree and tell him, I don't want my children to know you right now as my husband because I've not prepared them. You know, let them look at you as an uncle. An uncle can change to be a father. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It depends anyway with the size of the children. Why you avoid letting your children know about the relationship with your boyfriend very early is because it might break. Imagine now introducing children to a man, the first man, second man, and the third man is the one who's marrying you. The children, they will think you're very loose when they come to understand about relationships.
Yeah.
They will think you have a problem.
Like you're dating everyone.
Yeah. They think you are all over.
So you have to really be sure. Lakini asikuwa amekuwa engage, lakini yakuwa amekuwa umejua huyu ni mtu ako serious na nini.
Ako serious. Sasa hata yeye akiwa serious atakwambia, I want to meet the children. Let them meet their father. And you will also see the way he will come home. If he's a true father, he will not come standing.
Like a police officer.
Like a police officer, you know?
Yes.
He will come with something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, also, how can you say sometimes, like I've told you, maybe you were married before, you had a child before with someone, and that man is still in the child's life. So, and then now you start dating someone, and then you have to introduce them to the child. How do you avoid that conflict between the baby daddy and now this boyfriend you're bringing? How can you balance it?
You have to tell the baby daddy the truth about the baby daddy. You first walk with him that process.
Walk with the child that process.
We walk with the child with this process. You tell him, this is your father who gave birth to you, but he doesn't care. He has not been there for you. He has not done A. He has not done B. You know. And then later on, you tell him, and he is not my boyfriend. He only takes care of you. Hanipendi mimi. Na mimi nataka pia mtu
anakupenda. Yes.
Kwanza unamuuliza, what do you think about me getting somebody ambaye atanipenda? Watoto wanapendanga ule mtu anapenda mama yao. Atakwambia mama, hata labda ni atakwambia tu endelea. Go ahead and get a man.
Yes.
Saa hiyo you have a man.
But you have to really talk to the children
You
first.
must prepare your children very early. Otherwise you can make them have problems.
Uwezi tukuja umwambie kuna baba mwingine nimekuletea.
Hakuna hiyo. Kwanza hakuna kumwambia ati aseme ati baba mwingine. You tell him this, I have a boyfriend who would want to be your father. Yes. And I don't know, but I'll introduce you to him soon. Yeah. And if this man is good, atawapeleka paka out kwenye watoto wanapenda. Huko ndiko mtaenda kufanyiana introduction, especially when there is no COVID.
So should you tell this man what you expect akimit mtoto? For example, can you tell him now that I'm introducing you to my 4-year-old child or my 10-year-old child? I expect you to treat him like this. Should you tell him? Yeah.
You should tell him. Yeah, because the moment you'll be telling him about a child, you'll be telling him, I have this child who is this age. And, if you want me, and if you're marrying me, there's no way I'll leave my child behind. Hata kama anaishi na wazazi wangu, I'm not leaving my child behind.
Yes.
And are you ready? You'll say yes or no. If he says yes, utamwambia, please, I would expect you, because when you're going for counseling, marital counseling, the therapist should be able to take the expectations. And one of your expectations, if you have a child, is somebody who will take care of his child.
Yeah. So you tell them your expectations.
Yeah.
Now I have a child, I expect you to take them to the park.
No. Not to the park. I expect you to meet my child and to love them.
Yeah.
And to be a father. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what? Jesus himself was brought up by a man who was not his father. And he's the man we know as the father of God, of Jesus.
I never looked at it like that.
Mtoto wa mseremara. That's what people used to call him.
Oh, carpenter.
Mtoto wa carpenter. But is it the carpenter who gave out this thing?
No, ni Holy Spirit.
Sini Holy Spirit.
Yes.
So, it's not a big deal. And I even tell men, wacha kushinda hapa ukifikiria ati huyu mtoto wako first born ni wako unashinda ukijijaza ukisema ati wezi wa mtu ako na mtoto. It's a lot of nonsense. If only today you had a boyfriend and you had another one, uko na ball, urealize uko na ball. Huyu unamwambia unataka kuolewa, anasema huyu mwingine anasema utaenda kwa mgani?
Kwa
mtoto ni wa nani?
Ni wa ule mwingine.
Ni wa huyu mwingine.
Baba ni mwenye analea.
Lakini huyu mama huyu mzee hatawahi jua. Mwenye amekuoa hatawahi jua. Atakuwa na ringa, this is my firstborn. Siri ni ya mama.
Is it fair though?
It doesn't matter. Mtoto, it's not a big deal. Today, if you come to my house, my friend, you will not be able to, you cannot say my daughter is not a child of Francis.
Yes.
They are like this.
They are close,
they bonded, and they love each other. They are just close. You know? Now, what is the difference between that child and the ones he gave birth to? Na huyu anamuheshimu, anampenda, na maisha yake amededicatea baba yake. Na hata hataki baba mwenye alimzaa. Ako sawa na huyu baba.
Baba alikuwa kwa life yake mwenye mlikuwa mnafanya kwa parent?
Hataki. Okay. Nilikuwa nimeolewa.
So nakuuliza, so mwenye alikuwa alioa mtu mwingine. You will tell us that story.
I'll tell you one day. But my child is comfortable with her father. She doesn't need that drama father who doesn't take care of him. Anataka huyu mwenye anamsomesha mpaka masters. Na anamlea. Na hata amemzaa. My daughter is a single mother.
Okay.
Na amezaa baba yake.
So amezaa huyu.
Sindio?
Mwangi.
Amezaa Mwangi, ako na Mwangi.
Kwa nini haku name biological father?
Huyo biological is not there.
Huyu
ndiye baba yake, ndiye anamshughulikia.
Okay.
Hata Joseph alishughulikia Yesu. And
Holy Spirit hakuwa
hapo sasa, hakuwa in the physical.
Yes,
watu hawakuwa wanamuona physically, walikuwa wanaona Joseph.
Yes.
So that's why they say mtoto wa mseremala. Na mseremala sinia alikuwa anaenda kumtafuta hata kwa kanisa wakiwa na bibi yake. Yeah, so the man who takes care of donation of sperm is nothing. What is important is who takes care of this baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. Asante sana. So Jennifer is a counseling psychologist. She's also a therapist.
Yes.
Unakunga based hapa Thika?
Yeah, I'm in Thika. I have different offices that I operate with. The moment you call me, I'll tell you where to meet me.
Okay. Yeah. What do you specify most on?
Actually, I've done, I think what I did, because I did counseling with a passion, I do family therapy. I also do marriage therapy. I also talk to children on one-on-one, like students from schools when they are told to go for disciplinary, to see a counselor. They come, I talk to them. Yeah, I do see
these
them.
Rebellious children.
Yeah, I see them and I give them a letter. They go back to school. So I am just on the ground very much I also do addiction counseling. I'm also an addiction professional.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will put her contacts. Teka namba zako hapa. So people can call you, people can reach out. Unajua watu wako na issues but watu wamenyamazia tu. And it's also what I've realized in my short life kwa hii story yenye naongeanga ya mental health ni ati people do not know the importance of seeking help.
Yes.
Unafikiria it's okay uko na agony unakaa tu kwa hiyo agony but unaweza pigia mtu simu akusaidie. There are people who are trained like you because you have a degree in psychology. There are people who are trained like you to help people get through their problems. So thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you so much. Yeah, when you have problems, just talk to us. We are quite a number. If I'm not able to take you through, I'll refer you to another counselor.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how professionals work. Yes.
So asante sana. Thank you for inviting me over. You guys niko Thika. I came to do this here. So bye. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye.